I tried to count down. My fingers were like all wrong. I was putting up like a 5.
Hey man, I gotta do an intro here.
Okay, go for it. I'm sorry.
The bottom right-hand corner, the map is Crevasse, the Terran, known as the one and only, the Highborn.
MVP, Noblesse.
He is Noblesse, and there he is. Coming into the second game, looks a little disappointed. Building a supply depot. You hear the splash of Pepsi.
He didn't forget his first depot. Good point.
Yep.
All right, over here at the top left, a member of the team Ines Hosa.
Tassadar.
I squeezed it out, man.
You gotta speak faster, man.
Don't give me that look, QXC.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
QXC's like comes here for like 2 days, is like doing my job better than me. I'm like, shut up, QXC. Stealing all the spotlight and stuff.
I'm sorry, man. I'm such a attention grabber, attention seeker. I don't know if you saw pictures from MLG Dallas. I was in all of them. I like literally Rachel, CSN person. If you don't know her, Rachel's pretty cool. She took like a bunch of pictures at the after party. I was in like every one, like 99% of the pictures I was in. One Rex Expand from Noblesse.
Actually, you're wrong. It's a CC first.
Oh,
this is actually so risky.
You know what's really weird is how he built the supply depot not at his ramp to wall in.
Yeah, that is a little bit weird.
Like one zealot. Although, who chrono boosts out a zealot on this map? Let's be honest.
That's something actually Optic was talking about with FXO Oz today. We were just kind of sitting in the room and Oz just like, well, what if he 6-pulls you on this map? You have to go Forge, then Nexus, and Optic and they're like speaking broken Korean to each other, and Optic's like, no, Nexus, Gateway, and he's like, no, Forge, Nexus. They were like having this argument, and I was like, what about 6-pull? He's like, nobody 6-pulls on this map, it's Crevasse. It was pretty funny. It's kind of like that. I mean, this kind of strategy hinges on, if he doesn't send a Zealot, I'm okay, but if he does, I just lose.
And there is an early Zealot that I think he's going to send it right there, and then he's going to chrono boost out a Stalker.
Yep. He scouted, the probe came in, he knows exactly what's going on, he's just going to be aggressive here.
I'm actually not liking Noblesse's position right now, and let me tell you why. Destructible rocks, man. They make that ramp huge.
Exactly. That's why I think
they make it gigantic.
It's a bad choice. That's the reason why you don't see CC first on these maps. Like, even on Tal'Darim Ultras, that huge ramp, it's a very wide open area. You don't really want to CC first there. It's the reason why you just don't see it very often. That SCV actually slows down the Stalker significantly. That's actually a pretty big deal. But Noblesse not making a bunker. He's actually making a tech lab.
So he's got this timed out to the point where he's like, I'm going to use this first Marauder and basically what'll be 3 Marines to defend anything. And Tassadar does put down the Nexus. Now, the big problem here for Noblesse is he doesn't have a unit on the map, and he's going to have a very hard time figuring out what Tassadar's doing.
Exactly, and here comes the Stalker and the Zealot now. A second Stalker rallied behind this. Some SCVs coming out here.
I'm not really sure why. I think he should just let the Stalker and Zealot attack the barracks. It's not like the barracks is going to die. It's got 1,000 hit points.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, Tassadar took the outside expansion, so it's relatively difficult to defend that. And also the backdoor expansion has a rich geyser. But I like his choice because it's better in the long run. There's more mineral patches there. You can mine more efficiently overall. He's actually adding gates here. I think he's going to try to do a timing attack off of 2 bases of 4 or 5 gates.
And now the big... I kind of alluded to this earlier, like a storyteller who's prefacing the story, talking about the weather and how it was stormy, and you're like, could something bad happen? This is a stormy game, Wolf.
It is.
And Noblesse doesn't know that Tassadar's fast expanding. If Noblesse knew that, he could freely push out across the map.
What is going on? You cannot. You have to babysit your Stalkers so they can't shoot rocks by themselves.
Tassadar really needs to invest in a nanny for the Stalkers. Stalker daycare.
Yeah, that was scary, man. He's lucky he didn't have concussive shells, or that would have been nice.
He would have cleaned up those units. And builds the bunker just in time, actually.
That's a really good position on that bunker as well.
It's going to be very hard to actually break that.
That's like way too many SCVs.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a stormy night, Wolf. He doesn't know that Tassadar is expanded. He thinks this could be a 4-gate.
That's true.
And
the SCV was killed by that Stalker like I was talking about earlier. This should be enough to hold, but he's losing a lot of mining time here. He's losing SCV. It's nice micro by Tassadar. He doesn't overcommit. He's just going to pick away at the barracks, and if that barracks dies...
Well, that's concussive shell. The barracks shouldn't die. He'll be able to lift it away. I think he's going to wait for the Marauder to finish and then probably get out. But just the losses here. Noblesse is just not responding to this very well.
He's not. I mean, a lot of those Marauders on low hit points. He's losing more and more SCVs. Great micro by Tassadar.
Yep, Tassadar is controlling quite well.
He's just targeting down the Marauders, ignoring the SCVs for the most part.
I don't really like that decision there. He lost a couple of Stalkers there from not much in return, but I think at this point
It's almost just over, man.
Yeah, I mean...
The supply deficit, it's almost... Tassadar almost has twice the supply. He's just crushing through. Not being...
Concussive Shell just finished here. He's going to clean up a couple of those Stalkers. But Tassadar, can we look at income?
Yeah.
Okay, and this tells a story. 19 to 34, man. 14 SCVs went down the drain. They got flushed away in the toilet of life. They are no longer among the living.
And he's going to try to... Oh, he doesn't repair the barracks.
And the barracks joins the SCVs in the underworld.
This is no longer just like, oh, this pressure's doing a lot of damage. This is like... Now Noblesse is like, I might actually just die. I have to make a second bunker. I'm delaying some stuff. He is starting another barracks instead of starting a starport, just knowing he needs that barracks to hold on here. And like you were saying earlier, he has no idea what's going on. He just has no clue.
And I actually don't like this decision by Tassadar to pull back. I think
he has to take a third, like, now, basically.
Tassadar?
Yeah.
Why?
If he doesn't take a third now, and he lets his opponent get up to medevacs, and he's just kind of, like, chilling out, he's not really teching. He either needs a tech up, he's getting that Twilight Council, getting the Forge. He either has to do one of those two things. He can't just pull back and not take a third, but he's getting that Twilight Council and a Forge.
I agree that if he pulls back and does nothing, he will probably lose.
That's true. That's not exactly what I was trying to say, QXC, but that's kind
of what it sounded like. Like, if he just pulls back and sits at his natural and then starts fist pumping, I think he might lose the game. Like, well, actually, Wolf, I actually agree with you there.
Alright, so +1 armor. QXC laughter along with charge.
Oh no, Noblesse just lifted his command center. Oh man.
How did that happen? Oh, he wanted to switch the reactor on those, and he just accidentally has command center selected. He was spamming his APM too high. And this SCV wanted to kill a probe. He made the wrong choice today. He was punished.
Noblesse's army is pretty small compared to Tassadar's. But it's... I don't know, I kind of expected the supply difference to be a little bigger.
I agree with that, and actually he's supply blocked. Noblesse is choking bad. He's got...
Yeah.
I mean, he actually just dropped his second supply drop. I mean, I know he lost a depot earlier, but it's starting to look really bad. Well, this is actually going to supply block Tassadar.
I think kind of what we're seeing here is more exaggerated of what probably happened in the first game is Noblesse's macro is just not staying solid and consistent for whatever reason. I'm sure he's better than what we're seeing today, but today he's getting supply stuck. He's not really microing as well as he could have. And it's all stacking up, so when the big timing attack comes, it's very hard for him to really defend it.
Yeah, Tassadar surprisingly didn't take that third base. It's like a free third base to take on this map, so I'm kind of surprised by that choice, but he's just made a large army.
Yep.
And he's just going to go for an attack here.
He's doing the same build. The Templar Archives just finished. We're going to see High Templar morphing into Archons, and he's probably just going to go for it, maybe.
Well, he's got +2 on the way. I think, again, like we talked about last game, we thought he was going to attack with +1. Now he's just playing it safe, I think.
And this is actually a really good way to lose a game.
It is.
Is to play so safe that your opponent suddenly
catches
gets...
up.
Yeah, they get opportunities to come back in. Ooh, nice feedback.
Yep.
And that's actually a really good way to stop drops. It does morph the Archon in time, but he needs to get out of there. He can't afford to lose these medevacs.
Yeah, he may actually lose the medevacs, and if he loses the medevacs, he'll lose the units inside.
This is... That drop actually would have been quite good if he had killed the High Templar, the Archons, the Pylon, and gotten out. But losing the medevac and units, it's too much.
I mean, he's already 30 supply down at this point. If you look at just the middle, I mean, Noblesse is supply blocked again. He's got 2 depots in production. He's got his Ghost Academy in the way. He's making another command center.
And there's a big attack going on in the middle here.
Yeah, it's not even a big attack. It's just Noblesse running for his life against the superior army of Tassadar at this point.
Tassadar is like a bear, and Noblesse is running away. He's got peanut butter in his hand. And Tassadar is just hungry for it. You can see his mouth frothing, and he's all like pouncing over bushes and trees and stuff and like slashing through caves.
He's like throwing out force fields to try to trap him.
So that
it's
he
like
can...
a bear. It's a bear that has force field energy.
That'd be so scary. What if you went camping in the force field bear forest, and you were like in your tent, and you were like, oh, good thing it has 2 escape points, but then the force field bear comes, and it's like, now you only have 1 escape point, and then it walks inside, and it's like, now you have 0. And then it eats you in your peanut butter, and you're like, what?
And like the army comes to try to take out the bear, but it pops up a guardian shield and blocks all the bullets away.
And you're like, oh my god, my gun is useless because you haven't upgraded +1 weapons yet. Instead, you just got this big shield that sits outside your tent, but it doesn't really do anything because the bear just walked around it.
That's pretty much what's happening. Noblesse preparing to do more drops here, which is something you kind of have to do when you're behind like this, but in this scenario, if he does a drop at the wrong time, he's just not even going to have hardly enough units to hold.
He's going to just lose. And basically, what he needs to do to make this drop work is he needs to hold one of the watchtowers so he can see where the army is. A drop right now could actually win him the game if he doesn't die to the attack. The problem is he's probably going to die to the attack.
Yeah, I think he is. He's got a wall off again with these depots. But when
that is not a wall. Oh, he does see the army. So this is actually really good. You can see there's 2 medevacs moving across the map. Look at Tassadar. He's so ready. He's all like, I got 2 photon cannons and High Templar. What's up?
And he didn't target down the medevac.
So some units do get out, but Tassadar's got like 80 gateway things. He's got like warp gate bears.
That medevac actually only had 1 warp gate bear. All right, here comes the army of Tassadar. This army doesn't need a babysitter.
This army can just, this is fist pumping time. I would like to see Tassadar actually begin the fist pumping.
He probably is. I'm looking back at this booth. No, he's not doing it yet.
He's not fist pumping yet. Expect to see that soon, though.
Tassadar with a 178 supply army to just 122 of Noblesse. Noblesse is
Noblesse doing a little bit of a drop on the left side of the map. Hopefully we'll get a shot of that.
He caused the Nexus to be canceled.
Cause the Nexus cancel. That's very nice. The medevac is going to get feedback. I'm really liking this style from Tassadar. He basically just uses High Templar to say, you can't drop me. You can't have energy on your medevacs.
I like that.
See you. And then he just throws all his money into Zealots and Archons.
And he gets great upgrades. He's already got +3 armor on the way. He's got +1 attack. Noblesse is just 1-1. He's adding more gateways here. I think he may just end the game. Noblesse picked the wrong time to move that command center down. The force field bear is going to block that army out. He's not even going to be able to go home.
And then the warp gate bear is going to reinforce the army and end the game right here. And look at how small Noblesse's army is.
Yeah, it's not even fair.
It's tiny. It's like Noblesse is a little mole, and Tassadar is the warp gate bear, who also has force fields, but decides not to use them because he's like, I don't even need force fields. I'll just eat your tent. And Noblesse is like a little mole.
He's like, and the funny thing about this is in situations like this when the Protoss army is just so much better, Zealots just GG. The Zealots are just like attacking the army, and Tassadar's like microing his life off, and not quite a fist pump, and
it was a sub-sun.
Close enough.
It was a sub-sun followed by the hair scratch.
He looks really happy.
What's up? Let me scratch. Oh, I get it. Oh,
that's the hair scratch of the cheek right there. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Noblesse,
yes.
He scratched his hair.
I know the hair scratch of defeat. I've done that. I also know the breaking the wall of defeat.
Yeah, there's that. There's also the face on the keyboard of defeat.
Yes.
There's the hands over the back of the neck of defeat. There are a lot of defeat poses we've seen. There's the crying Marine King defeat.
I haven't seen that one.
That's really sad.
I don't really want to talk about that.
If you're hanging out with your girlfriend, maybe you should like it. You should show her. It's a good story. You should also show her the Marine King documentary.
You don't
know about these things?
I know.
There's actually a Marine King documentary. It's on GOMTV.net.
All right.
I wouldn't lie to you, QXC.
Cool. Wait, why is Tassadar being invited to this game?
I think it was... I actually just don't know.
All right, well, something's happening over there.
Tassadar's like, actually, I cheated, so we're going to play again.
That build I did was unfair. I had so many bears, and you were just a little mole. Anyways.
He didn't set up any mole traps.
Yeah, I don't have... Oh, good. Nice. And they found him dead. No, that doesn't make any sense. Anyways,
yeah, I think maybe he should have played dead because moles like to do that.
Yeah, well, I was going to make a DOA joke by using dead or alive because, like, DOA. But then I realized that what I was saying only involved the word dead and didn't make any sense.
Because there were no units left alive, man.
No, there were... all of Noblesse's units perished. They all joined the barracks and the SCVs in the underworld with the Grim Reaper.
with the Grim Reaper,
Yep.
the
So-
Starcraft Reaper.
Coming up soon, I'm not.
It's Bonbons versus Puzzle.
Yeah.
It's going to be a PvP.
And then after that, we do have Happy versus ASD, which is a.
It's a TVT.
TVT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy on IM, ASD on FOU. So it should be a good match, actually. That was the match I was looking forward to most today because I think both of those guys are pretty equal skill
Yeah,
level.
TVT pretty. A lot of people don't like it, but to those people, I say you're wrong. TVT, very good matchup, very exciting to watch.
It has so many intricacies. There's all these. The thing about TVT to me is it's always like about trying to do the safest thing that's still aggressive, because there's so many different openers. I know that's like extremely vague.
No. I'm going to say something. Keep going. And then
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna say something.
it's just that there's so many different openers like Banshees and Blue Flame Helens. You always have to take that into account, but you want to get ahead somehow, and there's all these different things you can do. But it's like everything has a counter. Everything is like there's a way to stop it. What?
Yeah.
Just say it, QC.
Okay.
Just say it. Just humiliate me. Just pull my mic out.
Hold
I
on one
pulled my
sec.
mic out. Just talk.
Wolf got really excited, and he actually just broke everything.
I didn't break anything,
He's crying right now. There are tears streaming down his face. He's so upset that he actually broke GOMTV. The stream has exploded. I don't even know if there's sound anymore. Did you fix it?
man. No, it's not. It's not working.
What did you do?
I don't know.
I don't know if they can hear us either. We can like pantomime because I can't hear myself.
Oh, you can't hear yourself?
No.
Did I like turn the amp off?
I don't know. Do you want to try and fix that?
I'm trying, man.
The producer's probably like, "What's going on?" And everyone's watching us like, "Oh,
Okay, they can hear
so
us. We have audio issues.
Yeah.
You guys can still hear us.
Apparently, everything's
I
good.
think I like kicked the little box we've got
All right,
underneath
but
us.
anyways,
that, like, controls
what
the
I was gonna
world.
say to you before you broke everything was there's two styles in TVT. There's the most aggressive while playing safe, and the I don't care what you do, I'm just gonna do this anyway. Where it's like if I went Banshees that game, I would have won. But and
so-
we're gonna go to a 5-minute break.
Yeah, we're gonna
We'll
take
be
a little
back
quick 5-minute break.
shortly.
We'll work out our issues and see you guys then.
in a little bit.